Hi, I'm Terry Murphy with Realty Times Women in Business, Women in Real Estate, and my favorite, in the men's room. But today we have a spectacular guest for Women in Business. She's been an entrepreneur and in the aesthetics industry for a very long time with lots of accreditations. Her name is Mona Sappenfield, and she is the CEO and founder of Mona Aesthetics. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Terry. What a nice introduction. It's good to see you this morning.
Thank you. And you, as usual, look fabulous, but that's because you are Mona, and Mona knows all the secrets. One of the most important things in your business is the element of trust. And I would like for our viewers and our listeners to understand that you not that that's minimizing, an esthetician, but you have literally worked with the state legislators on protocols and standards that make the industry safe for both the client and the consumer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my role as an esthetician with the state is on the State Board of Cosmetology and Barber Examiners. I have also worked with legislation with the Department of Commerce and often called on as a consultant. There is a bridge between the Department of Health and the Department of Commerce that actually is what estheticians and all cosmetologists are regulated under commerce. But as we know, many of us are dual licensed in the med spa industry with medical supervision, and that language, what was determined there to bloom the beauty business with this crossover with physicians who are now in the beauty business and estheticians who have been advanced trained and regulated by the med spa industry as well. So I participated in writing the language, helping that move through a higher consciousness of safety and not all the equipment that we use are alike. So there's a lot of specifications as to what estheticians can be actually allowed to do even with a medical director. So I'm often asked to do those research projects to bring it into some kind of ruling or definitely, we go by the laws for consumer safety and tenancy.
It's very important for us to understand that the consumer has lots of opportunities, but really the most important thing for this particular interview is about the trust and safety. And speaking of trust and safety, we're clearly coming out of a major global impact on health and good physical health. But you also talk about self-care as it applies to how stress affects our faces and the rest of us. And you've developed some pretty interesting rituals. Why don't you tell us what you're doing for your clients so that they can gracefully and with less stress get through what we're going through right now?
Well, when the powers to be actually determined that we were non-essential businesses, I really put out a lot of information on professional self-care, like integrating some of the things that I would do for you in the spa that you could do at home if you could just do them correctly and in the sequence that they needed to be done. So prepping the skin and self-care, because most people think self-care, I'm going to put on a mask, I'm going to leave it on for whatever the label says, and then I'm going to take it off. But about 10% of that mask benefit is absorbed during that type of ritual. But if you prep the skin like I do in the spa, then you're going to get 100%. And I think that's what people are looking for, is that quality in what they can get. If they're going to spend even 10 minutes on themselves, they want to see something. And that's been a mantra in the spa. If they're going to come to the spa, they want to see something different in their skin. And that's the difference between that professional product and that technique. So we put together a 3 little mask or a program with its own little prep. And after having some conversations with the folks that picked up, I ended up putting in some drench type moisturizers to get the deeper layers of hydration into the skin to supplement what's going on, because I have clients that, like, when I call them over this period of time, there's a whisper, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" "I'm hiding." They're just so stressed with children at home, trying to meet the demands of all the Zoom. And actually, in all fairness, not all of us knew what Zoom was until COVID-19. So we have, all this new language, COVID-19, Zoom. So I could give them home care maintenance that was something they were familiar with. But, enzymic preps are very safe to use at home. And if you know exactly how long to leave them on, like a minute to up to 5 minutes. If you're using types of chemical peels at home that are from my professional sidebar, you leave them on 1 minute and you take them off. But then you can use a very skin softening and brightening mask, and really add a lot to your own self-image, how you feel. So that's what's added to the equation, is doing something a little extra to prep your skin, and then you can have 100% of value in that little time that you're hiding in the bathroom.
Well, not only that, but now that we are on Zoom and you are looking at yourself in a Zoom group or one-on-one, it's really important to not only feel your best, but to look your best. And you're quite right. When we are newly stressed with obligations because we're trying to work at home, there's all that transition and boundaries and time, and people are teaching who never wanted to teach in their life, and all of a sudden you're the last choice. So self-care is an important piece, and I appreciate that you would share that with us. Mona, if somebody wanted to contact you for a consult, whether it would be a Zoom consult or to visit the spa, what would be the best way to do that?
Well, I am doing teleaesthetics. I'm happy to Zoom with any of our clients and meet their particular needs. I've had a couple of requests for, they feel like they've been injured wearing the mask all day, because when you breathe into the mask, the bacteria from the warmth of your own breath is actually irritating the skin quite a bit. And I'm getting that, "Oh my God" call. So I'm really, Roy, it's actually affecting the inside of the mouth, inside of the nose, and making it really rashy in some of the clients. So I'm giving them based on what I know about their skincare history, because they've been clients for a long time. But I'm available for private consultation. I am at 841 South Perkins, and it's a private home residence. I have a business annex of the spa, and I do consultations in here, and I definitely have products that I would recommend for each consultation to take home with them. But you can call me. I'm at 683-0048, and I'm happy to speak with you about your skincare. And I do find that the calls that I'm taking now are younger women who have been home with their children, and they feel like they're in a SOS emergency situation, but not so. So we can, talk them off the roof.
Mona, that's 901-683?
0048.
Okay, great. And you can also go to your website, and would you share that URL with us?
Yes, my website is monaspa.com. And it's recently, because of all the free time I have had, been updated. And you can book appointments online now, and you can actually e-gift and email a gift card to yourself or a friend, or you can print them and present them. It's a really lovely product, and you'd be proud to, it's not just a crummy sheet of paper like they used to be, but you can pick up a card here also. So we've seen an uptick in that, where husbands and actually bosses, in appreciation of that essential workforce that, has really had their ankles, chained to the desk, and they've really done a great job, and they wanted to thank them.
That's just a great idea. Well, Mona, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll join us for another segment on women in business. We appreciate your sharing your insights.
Appreciate you, Terry. Thank you. Bye-bye.